Hi, my name is Michi Held, welcome to Daily Drum Lesson. Today we're going to check out 10 legendary drum fills every drummer should know. Before you watch the video, I'd like you to write your top 3 drum fills in the comments below, because I'd like to see if you agree with my list, and I also want some input for a possible second part of this. I put this together after a certain set of rules. First of all, I wanted to take really popular and well-known songs. Second, I excluded all kind of drum intros which start off the song because I want to save these for another video. And third, I didn't want to repeat myself by taking the same drummer twice. All the fills are in no particular order, I just tried to bunch the ones which are similar together. I will start each segment by playing the fill, so if you want to you can take a guess and see how many of the 10 you can recognize. I thought some of you might enjoy this little game, and if you do, please let me know how many you got right. If you want to skip to a particular fill, there are all the time codes in the description, as well as links to all the songs and of course the notation for you to download. Enough talking, let's start. Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. Probably the most famous drum fill of all time. The drummer here is obviously Phil Collins himself. Phil uses 6 toms for this and always plays 2 at a time. The whole thing is in groups of 3. He starts off with tom 1 and 2 twice, then the kick, tom 2 and 3 twice, then the kick, tom 3 and 4 twice, then the kick, and tom 4 and 5 twice, then the kick. After that he finishes with 2 8th notes on tom 5 and 6. To translate this to my little 4-piece set, I will go tom, tom, kick, tom, tom, kick, floor, floor, kick, floor, floor, kick, both toms, both toms. John Mellencamp, Jack and Diane, played by the great Kenny Aronoff. I wanted to put this right behind In the Air Tonight because it is heavily influenced by it. It came out 1 year later in 1982. This fill leads right into the bridge and is also where Kenny enters the song. Everything before that is just a drum computer. The gray part is what the drum computer does, and Kenny comes in on 3 and, basically finishing off the programmed groove. Then he moves up the toms in groupings of 3, playing only the last note of the 3. So we got 2 16th notes rest, then a tom hit, 2 16th notes rest, another tom hit, 2 16th notes rest, another tom hit, and 2 16th notes rest and another tom hit. Then he finishes off with 2 8th notes, where the second one is a cymbal choke with a kick. Pretty cool. Let's try that first part, and since I only got a 4-piece set, I will play both floor toms on just 1 floor tom and both rag toms on just 1 rag tom. The second part is basically In the Air Tonight without the kick drum, but we finish it with 8th note triplets instead of 8th notes. Let's try that part as well, and again I will slightly change the orchestration to make this fit my drum set. Let's put both parts together for the full version of this incredible drum fill. Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. This is where the only one fill per drummer rule comes into action, because I could make a whole video series just about Bonham fills. I picked this one because Stairway is their most famous song and the fill is insane. It comes in halfway through the guitar solo and starts with Hurt Us. Snare, tom, floor tom, kick, snare, tom, floor tom, kick, snare, tom, floor tom, kick, snare, tom, floor tom, kick. If we leave out that tom, the thing suddenly looks much easier. Just groupings of 3 played snare, floor tom, kick. Let's try that first and then we throw in that tom. After that, John goes to his trademark Bonham triplets. It is really hard to hear what is going on, but I think he's playing floor tom, tom, kick, snare, floor tom, kick. That would leave us with a sticking of right, left, kick, left, right, kick. You could also replace that last floor tom with a rag tom and just go right, left, kick all the way. Here is how the whole fill sounds. Guns N' Roses, Paradise City. Steven Adler was the drummer on this one. The fill comes in right before the final double time section of the song and starts off with a crash on count 1, and then we just count quarter notes with our left foot on the hi-hat for the rest of the first bar. The second bar is just right-left kick, played as snare, tom, kick, floor tom, tom, kick, floor tom, tom, kick, floor tom, tom, kick, and repeat. The kick right here starts off the whole pattern. Let's try these first 2 bars. Part 2 has this cool bass drum pattern where we play on all the E's and the Us. This is actually pretty easy because we also count 8th notes with our left foot. So we basically just play both feet alternating. Then we also play flams on the snare on count 1, 2 and 4 end. Here is that second part. Now we put both parts together, play the whole thing twice, and we got fill number 4. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Mr. Dave Grohl on drums. The fill Dave plays when he enters the song is one of these fills even many non-drummers can identify. It is a flam on the snare, then a kick drum, followed by an open hi-hat and another kick. We play that whole pattern 3 times and then we finish it with flam, kick as 8th notes. Very simple, but very effective. Toto Rosanna, played by Jeff Porcaro. I wanted to include this in the list because everybody is always talking about the famous halftime shuffle groove, but the fills Jeff does here are equally great. This one leads us right into the first chorus. It starts off with some kicks he does together with the band. Let's try these first. The second part is just 16th note triplets down the toms starting on count 1 and. He plays these right, right, left with an accented left hand, one of Jeff's go-to stickings. So we got right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, and then a flam on the snare on the 3rd triplet of count 3. He starts the whole thing with a drag on the high tom. I would practice this in 3 steps. First, without the drag. Then we add a single note instead of the drag, and then we double it, so it actually becomes a drag. Let me demonstrate that, and as always, I'll slightly change the orchestration to make this fit my drum set. Now we put both parts together and we are done with legendary fill number 6, Rosanna. CC Top, Grange, another triplet-based fill. The drummer here is Frank Beard. He enters the song with a snare hit on the very last note of the first bar, and then he plays hi-hat, snare, snare, hi-hat, snare, snare, hi-hat, snare, snare, tom 1, tom 2, floor tom. The sticking is just both hands alternating. Here is how it sounds, and again with just 2 toms. Jimi Hendrix, Little Wing. The drummer here is Mitch Mitchell, and this is how he gets into the song after the guitar intro. I couldn't find the song here on YouTube, so the link in the description is actually to a Stevie Ray Vaughan version of the song, but it features the exact same drum fill. Mitch starts with 2 sextuplets. All the 8th notes are on the tom, and the rest is on the snare. This is very similar to Grange, but instead of the hi-hat, we just use the tom. We even got that same pickup note, but an accent on the very last note. Here is how that sounds. After that, Mitch plays this rhythm. And in order to make this more readable, think of it as something like this, but swung. Here is how the whole thing sounds, and again, just on a 4-piece set. Green Day Basket Case, played by Trey Cool. The fill he enters the song with is just awesome. It is not overly complicated, but extremely fast. I'd really like to do another animation, where the notes show up while I explain the fill, but there isn't any underlying pattern here, it's just a mixture of 8th and 16th notes, orchestrated on the drum set at a ridiculous tempo. So here is bar number 1. And here is the second bar. Now we just put both parts together and we are done with Basket Case. Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. The drummer here is Alan White, not the Alan White who played with Yes and John Lennon, but the other amazing Alan White who played with Oasis. This is the fill which leads right into the last chorus after the guitar solo. I notated a whole bar of the groove here, because this very last note feels more like it's part of the fill and not so much of the groove. After that he plays 2 8th notes, followed by 4 16th notes. Don't forget to ghost this note right here, and this is what we got so far. After that he plays 2 sextuplets. He starts with a kick, then 3 notes on the snare, 4 on the tom, and 4 on the floor tom. Here is the whole Don't Look Back in Anger fill. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel, write something nice in the comments below and leave a like. You can check out some more of my videos over here, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.